All right. Hey guys, welcome back to howtobuycrypto.com. It looks like I should be streaming live. I'll give it just a moment to see if the notification comes in, and hopefully you guys are able to hear me. And why I'm calling this a final warning, what I'm seeing in the charts, and we'll be talking a little bit of Litecoin. Jason had some questions, and want to give a couple of shout outs. Let me go ahead and bring it in. Hey guys, welcome back to How to Buy Crypto. My name is Marco again, and I haven't got that confirmation, so hopefully you guys got the notification that we're going live. You can see over my shoulder the Christmas tree that we were decorating yesterday and getting up, and I'm feeling, okay, yeah, I got a couple of live viewers now. Hey guys, welcome. And this is my more festive, I decided to do a live stream from my kitchen, and that's the dining room area, and we just sold our dining room table, so we put the Christmas tree over here. So again, I'm not in my studio. You won't hear the nicer audio. You might hear my dog barking over my shoulder here. So anyhow, why don't we take a look here? I want to give some shout outs and say, hey, thank you to a couple of different things. For those that have subscribed, thank you very much. Hit that like button if you're watching the video. If you've gotten any good information on the Facebook group, Jason had a question we're going to be talking about as well. And I also wanted to mention on my profile, this is a picture of us putting up the Christmas tree yesterday, that I've got some new friends here, and I'm happy to have you guys. Not everybody, talks to me only on, the Facebook group or the YouTube group. And, I definitely get multiple versions of contact through, my normal profile, my Facebook group page, and like Twitter. And, I hear from people on multiple different platforms, Instagram as well. So I'm happy to talk to you guys whatever way you get a hold of me. Again, the fastest way is going to be Facebook or YouTube to get in touch with me. So, but again, happy to talk with you guys. Text messages for those of you that have my number, those of you that have consulted with me, I'm happy to chat with you. But again, all those places, hey, thank you for tuning in. I know this is a Friday, 7 o'clock, 7:11 right now. And so hopefully you got a little bit of time to go over the charts with me. And again, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you like being festive. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Friday. And let's get into it. So my screen share is all different. My monitors are all everywhere. I'm in my kitchen, so it's just different. Where'd my cursor go? Here we go. CryptoCoinMarketCap.com. Yesterday we were looking at 296 billion. We're at 329 billion today. Bitcoin, we're looking at $1,100. Excuse me, $11,000. That's wild that I was saying 1,100. A couple of months ago it seems like. And wow, look at that. So Ethereum 468, Ripple's at 25 cents, Dash 795, Litecoin 99.97. That's awesome. So we're going to be talking a little bit of Litecoin, Ethereum Classics up, Monero's doing good. Just look at this green day today. So you guys can come back and look at these as much as you want. Why don't we just go ahead and hop into it? And let me tell you what I'm thinking about Bitcoin and why today is the final warning that I have. Number one, here we go. We're on the one on the monthly chart. And before I get into that, let me explain a little bit of the indicators and what I'm looking at. Now, number one, I'm not going to, I don't normally broadcast on weekends, so you're not going to be hearing from me. So when I say final warning, we're coming up to the end of another cycle on the daily chart that we're going to be looking at. And again, I won't be here for you tomorrow or Sunday, most likely, to be able to tell you, hey, this is when I'm pulling profit. And so I just want to give you guys a heads up that we're looking like we're going to get to another 9, which is exciting. And so really the important things are the 9s and 13s, because that means you got a full cycle. Then you are looking for a 1 to 4 day pullback, and you've exhausted the cycle. So we're looking like we're setting up for one. And let me show you why I was saying what I was saying yesterday versus what I'm saying today. So we'll go back to the charts and look here. Okay, again, I guess you can message me in the Facebook group. I could probably, if you have a question, I might be able to check that out and see that. So anyway, okay. So again, monthly 9, I've been telling you guys why I've been pulling profit more, a little more trigger happy on pulling profit because we're on a monthly 9 and we got a 1 here. This is we got, you know, today is the 1st, so we've got, you know, 30 more days worth of possible, you know, before this indicator may flip. And so we don't know what this, whether it's going to remain a green one or flip to a red one. So be mindful of that. Yes, it's green, and I'm happy that it's green. Okay, so then we come into the weekly chart. Again, you have a 9, and so this is lining up monthly, saying, oh, okay, excuse me. We're on the 1st, so we just ended this candle. We are on a 1 candle, but this 9 was lining up with the weekly, and so we're in December. So I want you guys to know when I say this month 9 and then the weekly 9, I mean for November. We're, you know, you have to take at liberty the way you read the charts, and to me, these are lining up. So 9 here on the weekly. Because look, it started, you can see at the bottom of the screen, 11/27. So it was on, you know, the November chart that lined up with the monthly 9 here on the monthly chart. So again, and then when we get to the daily, I'm just show you what I was looking at yesterday, or I guess earlier this morning. The 6 had played out, and the 1 had already given me a red indicator. Now that says we're looking at a 1 to 4 day pullback. Now, I'm not convinced that we're not going to see a 1 to 4 day pullback. It's just bumped over because when I was looking at this here, obviously the candle hadn't completed. And I had mentioned, we don't know if it's going up or down. All we know is what what we have in the charts at the moment. And I really, I'm starting to care less about trying to predict it and just being more able to make trades based on what the market's doing and make smarter timing trades than trying to catch the most profit or buy at the cheapest price. I'm looking for good entries and good exits, so I don't have to worry about. Here's the deal: in crypto, not only do you have to be a good have good control of your trades, have a good idea when to exit, when to buy in, but you also have to be aware that we're at the beginning of like one of the biggest bull cycles in the world. And so there's a ton of people getting in. And guys, my throat's getting a little raw. I feel like I'm coming down with something. So hopefully I'm not coughing while I'm talking. So anyway, because of that, things like Coinbase, GDAX, Bittrex, Poloniex, Kraken get swarms of people trying to make sells or trying to make buys at times, and where it just loads down their servers. And then they end up where you can't do anything. Even if you're watching the screen currently logged in, which has happened to me, I'll hit sell and you're just boom, boom. You're seeing the price fall or the price just jump, and trying to buy. But the exchanges are so overloaded, you can't even get in your purchase order or your sell order. So be mindful of that. Hey, it looks like I got another viewer. Hey guys, welcome. So you got to be mindful not only of good pricing, entry and exit, but also good timing, because I'm finding it to be more important to have a good trade than the perfect trade, and that adds to having good time and missing the majority of people trying to do it at the exact time. So anyhow, consider that when you're making your trades. Let me look at my monitor here to get back to this one. Okay, so again, I was looking at this red one and saying, I am anticipating a pullback. I am still anticipating a pullback. So keep that in mind. Now let's look at the daily. Look at that beautiful 8. This red one flipped the indicator. We went positive before the close of the market day at 5 p.m. and 7. We got a 7. Bright green 7, and now again it's after 5 p.m. Eastern time, so we have the next candle here and it's an 8. So that means tomorrow on a Saturday we're looking for a 9. You got an 11 here on the top of you can barely see it, but if you go to TradingView you can look at this for yourself. If you're smart enough to know these indicators, you can read this page and realize what indicators I'm using, or if you look at Coinbase, he explains what he's using as well. So anyway, it's just a decades old Wall Street indicator that I'm using that works very well. So I just call it numerical sequential indicator. Here we go. So tomorrow we're looking for a 9. So again, today is the last day before a 9. Tomorrow is where classically I would be looking for my exit had I not already exited here, about here. Yeah, nope, right there, right about there. Okay, so we're pretty close to where I exited already. Again, this is sideways move for me. I'm not real excited about it. I'm not worried about it. I had a good trade. I had plenty of profit to pull. And so You got to decide for yourself, when you're looking for profit or you're looking, like I said, you can get caught up trying to make the perfect trade and then get caught and not, get froze out of your account, not be able to make the trade. But as well, you could have issues just software side, your internet go down, your Ethernet cable mess up, or your Wi-Fi, your modem go down, which happens to me all the time. That's why I hate Wi-Fi now, and I just want to use an Ethernet cable wherever I go and just plug in and not worry about it. Also, because the routers, what is it? Wi-Fi routers have been able to be hacked, some of the encryption now. So I don't even want to worry about that anymore. Again, security is important. I use a VPN service, and I don't like using Wi-Fi. So for what that's worth. Now, you got to determine for yourself, is the 8 good enough for me? Is the 9 good enough for me? Or am I going to look for get a little greedy, wait for that 1 on Sunday, before it flips the indicator, because we don't always make that. So again, let me bring you back in and look. So sometimes you get a beautiful 9. You're able to have the chance to sell off during that day before you get any pullback, 1 to 4 day pullback. But sometimes, you don't make it. Where is this indicator that we had that I was telling you guys? Okay, we got some beautiful 9s here. So I'm not, you know what? It might be on another exchange that I'm thinking. But sometimes what ends up happening, just like we had a red 1 yesterday or early this morning, you end up with a green 9, and then before the end of the day, it flips the indicator and you get a red 1. So the 9 may not complete. It may, again, on the monthly, we are on a 1, but again, this was within the candle of the weekly on the 9, which started on the 27th. So I'm still watching for, this 9 to be a huge sell-off point, especially after this kind of move. I mean, look at that. After that kind of move, you're looking for some sell. Now, I don't know that we're gonna test like 7,500, 5,000, 1,300. I just know that we're setting up for some pullback. So 1 to 4 days here was almost completely sideways, so it doesn't always do like you're going to think. But here, again, if you just wait for it, you didn't miss anything. Go on, when you got this trading above, the prior candle. You really weren't missing anything when you're buying back in and you got to run this full 9-day count to take profit. So, or to gain profit. And then now today, tomorrow, and possibly Sunday, you're looking to pull profit. So, be mindful of that. Again, this is my final warning. I can't, stress anymore. Tomorrow, we're looking for that 9 at 5 o'clock, and, we'll see what we get. And hopefully, we get that full 9 and you get, full day of trade before you see that 1 on Sunday, whether it's a green or red, and you guys don't have anything to worry about. And so, that's my analysis here. Again, 9s, I pull profit. That's just the way I do it. If I get a 13, that gives me an indicator, hey, I need to be watching for pulling profit. That's what I did on the 7. I mentioned that to you. You can go back yesterday and find out what I was saying about that on the hourly chart. And then, so after the daily, you get a 9. You have the monthly, weekly, daily. Then you look at the 4-hour chart to see if they set up for a perfect 9, as well on the 4-hour to sell off and to look when you get that pullback, that first sign of the pullback. So, yeah, be mindful of those. And so the question that Jason had is kind of a bit more a philosophical question. Let me show you my screen. Here we go. LTC to $98 again. Should I keep or sell and put into Bitcoin? Thinking long term here, I have 5 LTC, so it's about $500 right now. So if I sell and put it in the USD wallet and Coinbase, can I turn around and buy faster for Bitcoin? Quick question. Quick answer here. Absolutely, you can sell into the USD wallet, and it is a faster turnaround to buy in once it's in the USD wallet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Coinbase, the phone app, has a USD wallet that you can set up that's FDIC insured, just like any other bank. So if you were to sell your Litecoin and get that $500, put it in the US dollar wallet, number one, I recommend that you go over to GDAX if this is what you're considering doing. Let me play out the scenario a little bit. But if you're deciding to, like I said, to sell, then you're going to be, you can go to GDAX, do a limit order, and sell there. And it's, I believe, you know, it's really low fees that way if you use GDAX instead of Coinbase, okay? And GDAX you can set up, but if you're already signed into Coinbase, go over to a new window, type in gdax.com. It'll pop up. It'll ask you to sign in with the same credentials as your Coinbase account, and you're in. And then you, it says deposit in the corner. You can deposit. You know what? Let me just see if I can point this out for you and make that simpler. I may still be logged in. Here is it. Looks like I'm logged in. Okay, here. So cool. Let me flip the screen for you, and so you can see here. Oops. Okay. Here's GDAX. So, you know, I'm signed in. You can see my name up here. And here's LTC. So you'd click Litecoin USD. Boom. And then I would want to deposit. And it's going to say Coinbase account. USD wallet if you want to deposit, or Litecoin wallet, which I don't have anything in my Litecoin account. So, but I would click this and then say how much I want. And I think there's a max that shows up when you have some in here. And then so you deposit funds. So it shows up here. It says, you know, like, I don't know, withdrawing or something. And then it says complete. And then you have this. See, I've got some Litecoin here, 29 Litecoin. And then I have some US dollars here. Okay. So you are able to do that. And then you can withdraw this back into your USD wallet if you want to on Coinbase to make it available to buy from your phone, which is, you know, generally faster. But anyway, so that's the way to do it here. You would go do a limit or sell, and you could just type in, you know, there's the sell 101.18. You know what? I'll just sell this, so you don't have to worry about this. You can actually see exactly what I'm doing. Hey, oh, Litecoin, total Litecoin. That's what I want to do. Limit price. What? Come on, give me a number. This is the fun part. There you go, 101.25. And look, place sell order. So you can see now it's going in here. It says open, and you see my 29 are up here. Now I can cancel this. Not worry about it. It won't sell. But if I leave it up here, you see this number is going up. There's more people adding to these orders. So this is the order book. Now this is one of the ways that, you know, I was caught when I was trying to cash out on some of my Bitcoin, was that the numbers move so fast. So by the time you hit sell, the markets move well past it and you're not going to sell. So you got to go back, cancel the order, redrop in those numbers. And it just takes a few moments. But by the time, you know, you hit sell, that number could have just risen by $1. And, you know, it's already past where somebody's going to buy it. So you just got to, you know, try and get it in quick if you want to. Hey, there you go. And it already, let me show you. It already filled. That's a decent profit for me. It was at 101.25. Hey, I'm happy to take that profit. So there you go. It filled. And now it says I've got 8,200 sitting here. That I can move back to Coinbase, or I can, you know, leave here to buy back into Bitcoin, you know, or Litecoin or whatever I want to do. And so there you go. So there's GDAX. Now let me finish my my talk through here on this question. Should I keep or sell, put into Litecoin, put into Bitcoin, thinking long term? And yeah, so I already explained the USD wallet. Now the rest of the question being, should I make it to go into Bitcoin? And that's a philosophical question, all right? If you ask a Bitcoin maximalist, they're going to say, absolutely, sell your Litecoin, get into Bitcoin. It's awesome how much you got from Litecoin gains that you can buy more Bitcoin with. I like diversification. So if you have no Bitcoin, I would say, hey, why don't you pull some of that profit, set it in the USD wallet, no problem. And as well, you could, you know, wait for the dip again. You know, I'm looking for Sunday, you know, early part of the week, Monday. And by Monday, likely, there's going to be a chance for me to see that red number on see if that was a 1 on Sunday, then it'd be maybe a 2, right? On Monday, when I can talk to you guys and say, you know, excuse me, whether or not I'm buying back in yet, or what I'm seeing the charts look like. So, guys, I told you, my voice is going out. I'm trying here. But consider that. Consider diversifying your portfolio. You didn't mention whether or not you are holding Bitcoin or Ethereum, which I recommend holding some of each. For me, you know, I really like Litecoin. Yeah, in the orders Bitcoin, Litecoin, then Ethereum, and so you know, that's really up to you. Now, I love Bitcoin. I feel like it makes the moves ahead of the rest of the market, so it's nice to have. It's got a lot of volume. You can come in and out of it. But the truth is, between Ethereum and Litecoin as well, on the GDAX website, there's plenty of volume, plenty for you to move in and out. I tend to like buying and selling on Poloniex. It's just easier for me. It's the one that I can do the fastest, just clicking between the numbers. For whatever reason, Bittrex, it just is weird in the way the notifications pop up, kind of block the numbers sometimes. And GDAX, you saw the scrolling numbers that sometimes, you know, you don't catch right away. So I've gotten comfortable with Poloniex on, you know, as far as pulling profit and buying in. I can just click, and it's already, the order's through, and it's almost that fast. Click, and then the order's through, which is just not as fast on the other exchanges. So consider that. Bitcoin has had an incredible run, but now consider this as well. Because it's had an incredible run, we're looking for major correction too. And I don't know where that's going to be. Nobody does. But there's good indication that it's going to test that $9,500 area back down to $7,500, then possibly $5,500. And then if it does break 5,000, we're looking at $1,300 Bitcoin. Okay. There's a chance that 3,000 holds up, but I would, you know, I honestly wouldn't say I would be too sad to see it go back down to 1,300. You know, obviously I'm going to stack more of it and be happy about that. And again, my majority position is already out of it in anticipation for what is being set up now. Now, because let me go back to screen share. My battery may run out on my camera, so we might, well, I could probably just use my, what do you call my, blah 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 webcam. There you go. So on the monthly, this indicator is actually about 2 months ahead from the standard indicator, because on the textbook indicator, after a full cycle on a 9, you have to wait a complete numerical, indicator flip before it resets the count. So you would have to see a red candle. Or you just skip a candle. You skip a candle and then restart the count. So if you go back, you know, there's 1 and then 2. And so we're about 2 months ahead. So this correction maybe, and I don't know if some of you guys understand that, but could be waiting for January, you know, possibly, you know, maybe January we're going to see a pullback. But if you look at it here, and this is one of the reasons I like this version of this indicator, is that it doesn't, it's not necessary to skip one. It's the one that the textbook does, but this gives you a heads up of what's happening. And you've seen how dead on it's been on the weekly charts and on the daily charts. You know, when we get those 9s and the indicators, that it's really set you up to get some profit and to get ahead of the market. So consider all of this when you're trading, and consider what you need to do in light of all of this information. Now, again, there's a lot of ways to look at it, but hopefully you guys got the most out of this. And Jason, hopefully I answered your question, and you got a clear understanding of what I do, and you know the ways that I look at the market and buying and selling. And you guys can probably hear my dog Lex barking back there. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to be wrapping this up. I don't see any comments or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up. Hey, you can hit me up on Facebook, YouTube, what did I say? My email is marco@howtobuycrypto.com. You can hit me up there. Happy to get in touch with any of you and see what's up. So God bless you guys. I'm signing out.